Hi everybody, this is Lucas with 5 Mile Farms, and I just wanted to show you a little bit more about how we're managing certain species on pasture during hot summer days. We're in Kansas, eastern northeast Kansas, up by Kansas City. I think temperature is right around 100 degrees. Heat index is supposedly around 110 degrees, and we've got a heat warning going through until 7 p.m. And so when we have broiler chickens on pasture, they're a pretty sensitive animal anyway, so whether it's heat or cold or rainy or whatever, there's always just a little bit of a different management twist that we have to do with them. And you'll see, I'm going to show you the inside of this pasture coop, which we call the pasture poopers. You're going to see them panting in here because it's definitely warm. So you can see these guys. Just make note that they're trying to stay. You can kind of see it away from that door. It's a roll-up door, but it's a little bit opaque, so it allows some sun through, but not all the sun. So there's a little bit of shade there. But what's different is you can see how dark it is over on this one side. There's a specific line right by that line of feeders. On one side of it, it's got a little bit of light, and on the other side, it's really dark. So that's one thing that we manage for, and I'll show you. Not only do we have that door down, but on when the afternoon sun is out, which is the hottest time during the day, we have this side of the coop covered with weed barrier. So just something I went to Menards or something like that and got a roll of weed barrier that you would put down and before you would put mulch down in your garden or whatever else, your flower patch or whatever. But that's just enough to allow shade for the chickens on the inside of the coop. The other thing that we do when it's this hot, and we've learned this in the last week, last week before, we did lose some birds due to heat, and it's really unfortunate. Everybody feels bad. It hadn't happened to us before, especially at the young age that they were. So we got a generator out here running a couple extension cords, and you can see that, what I would call a commercial or industrial size fan blowing in there. And so the other side of the coop has that roll down door. We got it down, and then this fan at an angle so that the wind goes in one side and then kind of comes out the other. So there's good airflow and keeps the chickens feeling more comfortable. Another thing that I don't know if it's helping real well or not, but it's something that we take into account when we're thinking about it. The top of this coop is peaked, and as you know, heat rises. And in this case, our coops are kind of slightly going down the terrain of this hill. And so I think on a day like today, that heat's rising up to the top and escaping out of that window at the top of that coop. So anyway, it's just a few things that we're trying to do to keep the chickens healthy and not too terribly stressed on what is naturally a very, very, very stressful day. Whether it's animals or humans or whatever, it's pretty tough to be in Kansas when the heat index is 110 degrees. So you guys have a good one. Bye.